Your car is literally leaking toxic gas right now, and you have no idea. That smell you keep brushing off as just the gas station nearby? That check engine light you've been ignoring for 3 weeks? There's a small part hiding under your car that could be behind all of it, and most people have never even heard of it. Today we're breaking down everything you need to know about a bad charcoal canister. What it does, how to know when it's dying, what it costs to fix, and whether you can keep driving without blowing your wallet or your safety. Stay with me, because symptom number 3 catches almost everyone off guard. So let's start from the beginning. Your fuel tank is not just sitting there doing nothing while your car is parked. It's constantly making vapors, like a pot of water that's slowly steaming even when it's not boiling. Back in the day, those vapors would just float off into the air. Nobody cared. But then emissions rules came in, and automakers had to figure out how to trap those fumes before they escaped. That's where the charcoal canister comes in. It's a small sealed container, usually the size of a large juice box, and it's packed with activated charcoal. Think of the charcoal like a sponge, but instead of soaking up water, it soaks up fuel vapors coming off your gas tank. It holds onto them until your engine starts up. Then a valve opens, those stored vapors get pulled into the engine, and they get burned off during normal combustion. Clean, efficient, and invisible when it works. When it doesn't work, things get messy fast. And here's how you know. Symptom 1. The check engine light comes on. This is almost always the first thing people notice. Your car's computer is constantly monitoring the EVAP system. That's the evaporative emission control system, which the charcoal canister is part of. The moment something goes wrong, it stores a trouble code and flips on that little orange light. The codes you'll usually see are P0440, P0441, P0442, P0446, P0455, and P0456. All of these point somewhere in the EVAP system. Now here's the thing people get wrong. They see one of these codes, they immediately order a charcoal canister, and they waste money. These same codes can come from a bad purge valve, a bad vent valve, a cracked vacuum hose, or even just a loose gas cap. So before you start throwing parts at it, plug in an OBD-II scanner, see what code you're dealing with, and work through the cheaper stuff first. A gas cap is like $10. Check that before anything else. Symptom 2. You failed your emissions test. Nothing ruins your morning like showing up to get your registration renewed and finding out your car just failed emissions. If you weren't expecting it, the EVAP system is one of the first things worth looking at. Emissions tests specifically check whether your car is controlling fuel vapors properly, and a bad charcoal canister will cause that test to fail every single time. Here's the kicker though. In most states, just having your check engine light on is enough to fail the test. Doesn't even matter what the code is. So if you've been driving around with that light on for months thinking, it's probably nothing, this might be the moment it actually costs you. You can't register the car, you can't legally drive it, and the problem doesn't fix itself by waiting. Symptom 3. The gas pump keeps clicking off. This one drives people absolutely crazy. You pull up to the pump, start filling your tank, and the nozzle keeps shutting off like the tank is full, but it's not even close. You hold it in, it clicks off again. You try a different pump, same thing. Here's what's actually happening. When you put fuel into the tank, the air and vapors inside the tank need somewhere to go. Normally they flow out through the EVAP system, but if the charcoal canister is saturated with liquid fuel, which can happen if someone's been overfilling their tank repeatedly, or if the vent valve is stuck, that pressure has nowhere to go. It builds up in the tank and tricks the pump nozzle into thinking it's full. Now, the vent valve is more often the direct cause of this one, but a damaged or soaked canister can absolutely be part of the problem. If you're dealing with this symptom, start with the vent valve. It's cheaper, but don't rule out the canister. Symptom 4. You smell gasoline. This is the one you really don't want to ignore. A healthy EVAP system keeps all those fuel vapors locked up tight. When the charcoal canister cracks, breaks, or gets so saturated it can't hold anything anymore, those vapors start leaking out into the open air. You might notice it most when the car has been sitting in the sun for a while, or parked in a hot garage. Heat speeds up vapor production, so the smell gets stronger. Sometimes people notice it more at the back of the car, near the rear bumper, which makes sense because that's usually where the canister is mounted, close to the fuel tank. Here's the part you need to take seriously. Gasoline vapors are flammable, not slightly flammable, seriously flammable. A strong, persistent fuel smell is not a deal-with-it-later kind of situation. If you're smelling gas regularly and you can't trace it to anything obvious, get it looked at. Symptom 5. Hard starting after you fill up. This one is a little more specific. If your car struggles to start, but only right after you've filled the tank, cranks a few times before it catches, that points to the EVAP system messing with your air and fuel mix. What usually happens is the purge valve gets stuck open. Instead of releasing fuel vapors into the engine at the right time, it's letting them flood in when you're just trying to crank the engine. Too much fuel vapor, not enough air, and the engine takes longer to fire up. The charcoal canister can contribute to this if it's so saturated that vapor is just constantly pushing through the system. But the purge valve is usually the main suspect here. Either way, if hard starting always happens right after you fill the tank, that's your clue. The EVAP system is involved. Symptom 6. Rough idle. This is the least common one tied to the charcoal canister specifically, but it's still worth knowing. A rough idle, where the car shakes or stutters when you're sitting still at a light, can occasionally happen when fuel vapors are entering the engine at the wrong time and throwing off the air-fuel balance. Now, to be straight with you, a rough idle is way more likely to come from something like a vacuum leak, a dirty throttle body, or worn spark plugs. The charcoal canister would have to be in really bad shape to cause this on its own. But if you've already ruled out the more common causes and you're still getting a rough idle alongside other EVAP symptoms, add the canister to your list. How much does it cost to fix? All right, let's talk money. The charcoal canister itself usually costs somewhere between $50 and $300 depending on your car. If you drive something newer or a luxury brand, OEM parts can push that higher. Aftermarket parts bring the cost down. Labor at an independent shop typically runs between $100 and $250. The job takes about an hour to an hour and a half. Total out the door, most people pay somewhere between $150 and $550. Dealer pricing will almost always be higher. If you're comfortable getting under the car, this is actually a pretty doable DIY job on a lot of vehicles. The canister is usually held in with a bracket and a couple of clamps. The tricky part on older cars is rusted bolts and brittle EVAP lines. Those can turn a simple job into a frustrating afternoon really fast. One thing worth knowing before you spend any money: check the purge valve and vent valve first. These smaller parts fail more often, they cost less, and they cause all the same symptoms. A shop can run a smoke test to pressurize the EVAP system and watch where the leak is coming from. That'll tell you exactly what needs replacing before you buy anything. And don't bother trying to clean the canister instead of replacing it. The activated charcoal inside it physically cannot be restored once it's saturated. Blowing air through it or rinsing it out doesn't bring back its ability to absorb vapors. Replacement is the only real fix. Can you keep driving with a bad charcoal canister? Technically, yes, your car will still run. But if you're in a state with emissions testing, you won't pass. And if you're smelling fuel, don't wait on it. It's not worth the risk.